Okay, frequently asked questions about medical evacuations. So since we're on the topic here, Pam.
Since we're on the topic. If you get sick and need to return home to continue medical treatment, will you be flown on a private plane?
So the answer to this is basically, again, whatever is medically necessary. So the treating medical officer will decide if you are fit to travel on a commercial plane, or if that's not a possibility. If you need a medical escort, which could be a doctor, could be a nurse, whatever, they will make a plan that is going to get you home safely. Because the last thing that they want is someone who is already, sick and, getting treatment. They don't want to put them in a plane and then have another problem in the air, because that is just another problem for everybody. First of all, you're in the air, you can't get to a hospital, and then they need to find a place to land, and they're off the flight path, and hundreds of people will then be not catching their connecting flight or whatever. So yeah, they don't want that to happen. So it's just whatever that you might need, based on what the treating medical officer feels is best for you. Okay, if I need to be flown back to Canada, will the insurance cover incidentals such as returning the car?
Well, each policy is different, but every policy that I have seen and looked at has a clause that does cover returning a vehicle. Whether it's a rented vehicle being returned to the rental agency or your own personal vehicle being returned to Canada. And again, depending on the policy, they may hire a company to do that, or they may cover incidental expenses for a family member to go down and bring the car back for you. Um, just look for one of the benefits in the policy, and it'll explain how that's covered. If you get flown back by medevac, does the policy return the spouse back home?
Yeah, so this, I guess, comes down to the companion benefits again, because having your spouse return home with you is technically a companion benefit. So if you've decided that you're going to go with one company and your spouse is going to go with a different company, chances are you don't have any companion benefits. So you're actually, by doing that, you're actually giving this benefit up. So it all depends on that scenario. How much is the approximate cost for a medical evacuation, Pam?
Can I say I have no idea? I have actually had no knowledge. I've never seen what the cost would be to have somebody medically evacuated. Um, and that's going to depend whether the individual can travel on their own or if they require a medical escort at the same time. I think each individual scenario is going to be priced very differently.
Yeah, and it only goes up from there. Like the cost of a seat on a plane is not very much, but if you're hiring a air ambulance that has special equipment in it, and doctors and nurses and all of that stuff, they've got to go two ways, right? So yeah,
Exactly.
it can be hundreds of thousands of dollars, I'm guessing.
I would think so.